that pie. Pull up my body and I swear that.
Hello, Merry Christmas and welcome to the preview show from RamsTV. Derby County are in action this Boxing Day, the first Boxing Day action for Derby in over 3 years. The Rams on the road to face Wigan Athletic, the side who got the better of them back on the opening day of the season. This is the first of 3 Rams fixtures over the next 7 days. Plenty could change in the League One promotion race. Here's how things look right now. Some teams have already reached the midway point of their season. A few more get there today, including the top 2, where Portsmouth have a 5-point lead over Peterborough, who are in turn 2 clear of Bolton. Derby right there in 4th in the table, with a game in hand on the top 2 as well. Oxford and Stevenage level on points with the Rams. Today's opponents, Wigan, would be 10th in the table if not for points deductions handed to them by the EFL. Instead, they are 5 points clear of the relegation zone, where Reading have suddenly found some life and could climb out of the bottom 4 today. We'll take a look at the Boxing Day schedule around League One later in the show. First, if you were a little busy yesterday, you might have missed some news. Ryan Nyambe has signed a new contract at Derby County. He'll be here now until the end of next season. Paul Warne starting his January transfer deals a little early.
Yeah, great news. I made no bones about the fact I tried really hard to sign him in the summer, tried to convince him to come. And after 4 months, worn him down to a point of coming. But hopefully the fans can see why I wanted him. He's like a great player, great human being, by the way. Let me put it that way. Great trainer, very low maintenance, great physical specimen that can play, can defend, can play in different positions as well, play both sides, can play right of a 3, which is always my dream. I believe he will be saying unbelievable things about us, that there was no other option. He's fallen in love with the manager. He can't imagine his career going in any other direction. And I sort of say the same about him. He's been brilliant for us, played virtually every minute. Just been injured recently, but we'll be back in the team, no doubt.
Yeah, great news to have Ryan Nyambe sticking around. More from Paul Warne later in the programme. Don't forget, you can watch Derby's trip to Wigan Athletic this afternoon on RamsTV. We're available worldwide, including in the UK. So get your Game Pass now at dcfc.co.uk. Well, Derby enter the festive period as one of the form teams in League One, approaching the halfway point of the season as well. We've been getting Max Bird's assessment of things.
Results-wise, it's been really good. Won 6 out of last 7. Unfortunate not to win 7 out of 7, really. We spoke about that after the game the other night. Results have been good, performances not so good. Obviously, we've got a tricky period coming up now, and hopefully we can up our performances and obviously keep the results going as they are. Like I said, we did speak about that last night after the game, and it's something we're going to look into.
You're still scoring goals. Your defensive record is very good as well. I think you're second in both of those statistics in the table. So what is it about performances that you're not happy with?
I think as a group, we demand a lot from each other, and obviously the management staff do as well, because we know we've got top players in our group. And I think it's a case of just, putting performances together, back-to-back performances. Feel as though the results have been good, and we just need to up our performances and be in positions that where we can go to places that are tricky to go to, like we're going to go to in the Christmas period, and pick up points. So it's about going into training, looking at where we can be better in games as well, and then go from there.
When you look at the last, I think you can go back as far as 2 months, you're probably the form team in League One after maybe a patchy start. Was there a moment or a game where you think things really sort of changed for you?
Good question. I don't think I can say that off the top of my head, but I think like I say, the results show that we've been in good form, and I can't really put my finger on where it clicked for us or something, but the team morale's been really good recently, and we're in a good position, and like I say, we've got a tricky couple of games coming up, and it will show where we really stand in the table, and if we can pick up some points in them games, it will put us in a really good position in the table. Obviously, with the win the other night, we're in 3rd place, and that puts us in a really good position. But we know we've got a couple more gears in us, I think.
We know that the staff will be watching games on the Saturday with you not playing and everybody else. Will you be doing the same? I know you're a bit of a football fanatic, or?
Yeah, well, Saturday is games of football. That's what they're meant for, I think. But we'll be looking at it. We don't really look too much into the table and other teams as such, but we concentrate on ourselves. Today we'll be preparing for the game on Boxing Day. We'll do some stuff on the training pitch, and we'll focus on ourselves more importantly.
You play Wigan, whose position of the table has been influenced by a points deduction. Oxford and then Peterborough, who are teams that are right there with you in the mix for promotion. Do you think you'll learn a lot about where you are with this little run of fixtures?
Yeah, I think, we know that we've got a top group of players here, and, we're a good group of lads, and we demanded a lot more from each other. And I think, like I said, we've got a couple more gears in us, and, we can compete against these teams. We should be where we are in the table, but there's still a couple more gears that we can go up into, and we're going to keep pushing, keep trying to pick up results. And like I say, if we can keep them results going and put in some better performances, and it's fine margins, it's real small things and small details that we need to get better at, but it will make a big difference, I think.
More from Max Bird in Matchday Live from 2:30 this Boxing Day on RamsTV. Well, Derby and Wigan have plenty in common over the last couple of seasons. Not the things you'd want, really. Wigan trying to overcome another points deduction this season, of course. Things had been going pretty well. Until recently, that is, back-to-back defeats to Port Vale and to Reading on Saturday have left Wigan just 5 points clear of the relegation zone. They would be 10th if not for the 8 points they've had taken off them by the EFL. Injuries and some illness in the camp contributed to arguably their worst performance of the season so far at the weekend. But Derby found out the hard way on opening day how dangerous striker Charlie Wyke can be in that 2-1 victory for the visitors at Pride Park. So Wigan not on the best run right now, but podcaster and fan Barry Worthington doesn't have too many complaints about the season so far.
Absolutely brilliant is basically all I can say. It's just what I was hoping for, a little bit of mid-table obscurity, doing well in the cup competitions and plodding on. We've brought quite a few kids through, and it's been just fantastic watching them develop. The development of the young lads coming into the team, and it started off in sensational form, didn't it? We came down to your place. I tipped you for promotion, and we did, yeah. It was brilliant. And then we went up the road to Warwick and did them up there as well. So that was the icing on the cake, and I think our season was complete at that stage.
You started ever so well and sort of, got rid of that points deduction very, very quickly indeed. How helpful do you think was that, just to lift the mood, but make sure everybody was, comfortable about the year ahead?
Yeah, the mindset was settled, weren't it? You was wondering if we could get out of the bottom four, and if so, how long it would take, and to do it within 3 weeks. I know we slipped back in again, and then we've not looked back over the past, I'd say 10, 15. I think we've 2 defeats in 15. So, and that's counting last Saturday debacle away at Port Vale, which was there was a big story behind that, but we'll not get into it at this stage. So it set the mindset, and I mean one of the things that happened to us, though. We brought in Matt Smith from Arsenal. He made his league debut against yourselves. He played in front of the back four, set up Charlie White's goal. Top player. And then he got injured and he's been out for weeks. He's had a double hernia. He's had to have an operation coming back. He's had a bit of a relapse. So he was hoping to be back at the end of November. It's possibly going to be even February before he's back. And we was really worried about that. We did our form dipped as he left the team, we brought in a couple of academy graduates in Babadico and Scotty Smith. Scotty Smith's a Wigan lad, Latics fan. But it was good to see them in the team. But we did struggled a little bit to get it together. And then we kicked on. They clicked. And yeah, they've been sensational, if I'm being honest. And Babadico, he's only 20. He's been so good that he's had a call up to the Republic of Ireland under 21. So he's in that squad now, a permanent fixture, it seems like. So it's just been one success after another. And to say that with us, I'll just check, 17th. We're 17th in the league, and I'm absolutely buzzing about the season. But it is what I wanted. We're in the third round of the FA Cup, Manchester United at home. Almost a sellers at this stage. We're in the latter stages of not the Pizza Trophy, but the Bristol Street Motors Trophy. We've got Doncaster away, which you must say is a winnable game for us. And that puts us 2 games away from Wembley. What a season this has turned out to be after such a fearful state at the beginning. So it's brilliant.
That's Wigan fan Barry Worthington. Well, Derby come into today's game looking to make it 7 wins out of 8 games in the league. The Rams went third in the table with Thursday's victory over Lincoln, dropped to 4th after Saturday's games. It's very tight in the top 6 at the moment. Paul Warne keeping a close eye on it.
Yeah, and that's why, points are so crucial. That's why I'm still heartbroken that we threw 2 away because we would be sitting second, which would be even nicer. But it is tight. I know there's a lot of games, when this goes out, there's a lot of games today. Barnsley are playing Stevenage. I always like to see top 6 teams playing each other. Love a draw, by the way, love a draw. I'm off to watch Northampton, Oxford. But so there's loads of games, and I said this loads of times, obviously, these 3 games you can, drop like a stone or rise like a phoenix, whatever the saying is. In these 3 games, you need to, as I've said all the time, I think you just need to average 2 points a game and you'd be there or thereabouts. So if we could get 6 points over these 3 games, would be very good, because they are 3 very, very tough games.
Yeah, you're a couple of games short of the halfway mark of the season. I've asked your players this a few times over the last few weeks. So what's your sort of mid-term assessment, if you will?
I think it's a bit like my school reports, really. He's quite an intelligent kid, does quite well, could do better, I think. Well, apart from the fact I used to be a bit chirpy and probably had too much to say, that was on my school reports as well. But generally, I think we've been good I think we've been really amazing in parts of games. I just don't think we've been as consistent in all the aspects of the game as I like. And maybe you don't get that. Maybe I'm just getting older and grumpier. Maybe it's a constant fight for every week for utopia and keep layering on more detail, not more detail, but the same, attention to detail. I feel that we're just constantly trying to improve. I don't think I've ever left a game and I was fully content, but like I said, maybe that's because I'm 50, I just see the world in an angry place. But there has been some really good performances, there has been some solid performances, and magic moments within them, but I still don't feel like we're at 100%. Toot toot. And hopefully that will come soon.
3 games in, I think, 7 days for you, starting on Boxing Day, starting with Wigan, who beat you opening day and impressed you, I think.
Yeah, I liked them. And I think if you added their points to their tally, they'd be in the top 10 possibly. I think they've got a similar sort of squad to us, respectfully, in the fact that like their players have been there, done that, had success and enjoy the big games. So playing us at home isn't a game that will fear them in any way. They'll relish it in the same way, our players, our club enjoy playing in the big games as well. So I think it'll be a really tough game. I know the way they have been playing, I'm not saying they'll play that way against us, but we also have to, concentrate on ourselves and what we're very good at and what we need to improve on. But they're a really good team who have proliferated between the two divisions in recent years, and if their best players come to the party, it'll be a very tough game.
There he is, Derby boss Paul Warne. Everyone in League One in action this Boxing Day, including an early kick-off at Brisbane Road. At 3, leaders Portsmouth make the trip to Bristol Rovers. Second place, Peterborough host Reading. Bolton are at Lincoln, while Oxford and Stevenage are both at home as well. And at the DW Stadium, over 4,000 Derby County supporters will be in attendance to see Wigan take on the Rams this Boxing Day. And if you can't be there, you can watch the action with us on RamsTV. We're available worldwide this afternoon, including in the UK. So get your Game Pass now at dcfc.co.uk. We'll have Sean Barker, the former Rams captain, alongside for the duration. Matchday Live with you from 2:30. So we'll see you then. Goodbye for now.